Use of face masks is mandatory. We strongly discourage all close contacts, including shaking hands, hugging, kissing, handing out of materials, and sharing of worship implements, including prayer mats, musical organs, microphones, etc. The capacity of the facility should be limited to allow for physical distancing of at least 2 meters between persons. Places of worship should plan, if possible, for separate entry and exit points. Churches to open from 5 a.m. and close by 8 p.m. For churches, each service should be for a maximum of an hour with an interval of 30 minutes in between services to allow time for disinfection. Mosques may open 15 minutes before Adhan and close 10 minutes after prayer for Fajr, Zuhur, and Asr. For Friday prayers, mosques are to open 20 minutes before prayers and close 20 minutes after prayers. The total time for Friday prayers, including sermons, should not exceed an hour.
The PTF says these guidelines for the reopening of places of worship are basic regulations for state governments to enforce and not relax.
They are the ones that will be doing the enforcement, and we expect them to limit capacity.
It is important to bear in mind that this phase, more than lockdown itself, is in the hands of the people more than in the hands of government.
The chairman of the task force said a photograph trending on social media of children wearing used personal protective garments calls for proper disposal of PPEs.
Although it is not certain if the photograph was taken in Nigeria, but significantly, that photograph represents a dangerous development. It underscores the need for more risk communication, community engagement, and diligence in the disposal of used PPEs on the part of our frontline workers and the administrators.
Nigerians are urged to empathize with those affected by the coronavirus pandemic and refrain from criticizing the growing figures.
We've had 812 healthcare workers infected. They're not just numbers. 29 of these work for the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. There are people I know. They have families, wives, children. About 8 of them right now are in the Do Treatment Center. So how does this represent fraud? So we need to really understand what these numbers mean.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs appeals to Nigerians abroad awaiting evacuation to be patient.
With this new mechanism that will no longer require hotel quarantining, is that hopefully we'll also be able to now speed up the process of repatriation.
The task force gave indication that resumption of domestic flights by 21st of this month may compel a review of the interstate travel ban. In Abuja, Mitaire Ikpen, NTA News.